Today I'd like to talk about something that's been in the news quite a lot recently, and it is the artificial intelligence chatbot known as ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, the GPT actually stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And for those who don't know, the ChatGPT uses AI, artificial intelligence, to have conversations with the user to ask it a question. It will give a human-like answer and will actually have a conversation. You can follow it along the screen. So it's quite interesting. But I must also say thank you to Sean across at breakingnewsenglish.com. Over the past few weeks has created, I think, 2 or 3 articles based around the ChatGPT. So a chance for me to bring it into my classes. And then the first classes I used it were adult classes. And they were quite excited by it. They wanted to ask it questions. We had, was the COVID vaccine safe? They came up with yes, it was, but there are obviously some small risks as with any vaccine. Was Brexit a good idea? No, I think it came out slightly that it wasn't a good idea. Maybe it's biased. And the other question was, which is better, the UK or Japan? And that's where it got quite interesting, because it had an introduction, the good points of the UK and the good points of Japan, followed by a conclusion. It's a very textbook answer. Not so exciting, but could it be used in classes? And that's why I thought of the Eiken tests. A lot of our students take Eiken in Japan. It's a big English test. And they are, in the upper levels, expected to write paragraphs around points. Now the point I put in, I fed it straight into the machine from the Eiken test. Many people in Japan think that we should use the internet for voting. What do you think of this opinion? Something like that. Look at the various points of cost, convenience and security. And lo and behold, the ChatGPT came out with this perfect textbook answer, which certainly could be used by students for learning how to formulate that kind of answer, what to look at, important, keep the introduction, make your points, your advantages and disadvantages, and then make a conclusion at the end. Of course, if you could take the thing into the exam, well, no, you shouldn't use it to cheat. Okay, but where it got really interesting was in my high school class. That here, the high school students had many questions for it, and something changed just a little here, because suddenly they were asking it, "Where are you from?" Of course, it's a language model, it's not from anywhere, but its makers were from the USA, it said. It answered itself. Do you do anything on Sundays? Or what are you doing? Or things like these kind of personal questions. And it soon became apparent that they were treating it like a person. Because soon, in a matter of moments, they were suddenly asking it, do you know Compass, the game? And it did. It came with an answer. So then somebody had another question. Do you know Malleus Draconia? And it did. Do you know Twisted Wonderland? And it did. Do you know Dragonball? And it did. It came back with a paragraph on each of these topics. Now these are things that I encourage our students to ask questions in English. But there are times when I don't know Malleus Draconia. Dragon Ball, I have a fleeting understanding of what it's about, not much. But the AI model was able to give them clear and concise answers. Although it did get one of the answers wrong. Was it Malleus Draconia is not the prince of the kingdom that it said. But that was very exciting. We also had one word which just wasn't known at all, Zoltaxian. Now if anybody knows Zoltaxian, please let me know below in the comments, because the ChatGPT had no idea what that was. Okay, so is it a good learning tool? Can it be used in the classes? Well, I still don't know. The high school students showed that it is almost, they treated it almost like it was human. Because it's only by text. They had to be very careful with their sentence structure, question structures, because if they got the question, that didn't make sense, then the ChatGPT would just say, I don't know what you're talking about, please ask again. But once they got that, it normally would know what they were talking about. And the interaction was like it was human, a lot of excitement in the class. Will it replace English teaching? Well, I don't know. If we put it onto, we use speech, recognizing speech, and the talking back, and stick it in an Android, we could have, a cyber teacher. Would certainly be fun. I'd be out of a job. So are many other English teachers. Who knows what the future holds? But at the moment, it's just quite a lot of fun. Okay, thank you for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.